So we are starting a new series here, and this is our self-improvement series where we analyze my games. And this is a game where we won, but in this game I did make a lot of mistakes, and we're trying to analyze my gameplay so I can improve and show people how to criticize themselves so they can improve as well. So right out the gate here, this is all right. I'll point out the mistakes that I noticed. I'm on the ground here because I'm trying to specifically do damage. So I placed a lot of emphasis on staying elevated, and the reason why I say that is because, like this right here, it's just more dangerous on the ground. I could have very easily died there. I know there is a Junkrat. I should have definitely played with him in mind, but I didn't, and I fell into that trap. I wasn't even thinking. I didn't even look at the enemy team. I definitely should have not fell into that trap. I need to get into the habit of, okay, there's a Junkrat. Look out for the trap. Stay off the ground because those bombs are going to be everywhere. I am on the ground to do damage, but man, it's very risky. It's very risky, and the reward is questionable because the damage I do. Maybe I wouldn't be able to do as much damage from elevation, but I can be on this car and I could try to do a decent amount of damage. I also want to be within the line of sight of my team as much as possible, which I can do better on the ground as well. But there's more area for you to be able to traverse on the ground. It compromised my safety. So right here was a horrible mistake. So let me break that down for you guys So basically, I had my ult. I wanted to use it for a push. I speed amped on the ground into the enemy team while Roadhog was ulting. So when I ulted in his face like a dumbass, he just kind of like juggled me in the air and killed me, and I couldn't actually drop the B because Lucio has to hit the ground for his ultimate to go off. That was so dumb. Like, oh my god, that was like look at the score. Look how many people are dead. It's two people. We got 2 kills. The enemy got 2 kills. My ult dropping there could have been the difference between us getting this point within a minute and getting this point. Or not getting this point. Like, we could have this point right now if I had not made this simple mistake. What I need to do for next time is when I have my ult and I'm looking to use my ult and I'm looking for opportunity to use my ult, I need to be in a good position to use my ult. So I need to be on a surface that's right next to me. So I need to not be elevated so much because then it'll take longer for me to hit the ground. That'll be detrimental because I could miss hitting someone that needs my ult if I don't ult fast enough, or I could die on my way to the ground. So I need to be next to a surface so I can ult fast, and I need to be in a position where I won't be interrupted. So I need to not be on the ground because if I speed buff, I could also fall into a trap. I wasn't paying attention, but I happened to fall into any other of the things that are likely to happen when I'm on the ground. So that was just my bad. That was just 100% my bad, and that's why we watch these things. So we learned something there about how to ult. About like when I get my ult, puts less emphasis on trying to do damage and more emphasis on trying to get a good ult, because those ults for Lucio are game changers. All right, so we're back on the top of this bus again. This is where I want to be. This is a really good spot to be. So I'm not doing damage right now. Lucio doesn't really do that much damage for it. It's not a huge deal if you're not doing damage. Especially if he keeps being used safe. You don't really do that much damage. Like, look what I'm doing here. Like, am I really doing that much damage? My shots do 16 damage if I hit. 4 shots a burst. Like that. I don't want to say it's negligible. It can matter, but at the cost of your own life, a lot of the times it's not worth it. I'll say that. So I want to be more aware of when damage is and is not worth doing, especially not when I'm looking for a good ult. I don't want to sacrifice my safety. I want to prioritize getting an amazing ult because we could have took the point. My damage didn't help me have the ability to take that point. Having a great ult would have allowed me to take that point. So I am on the ground here. There's no immediate threat, so it's okay that I'm on the ground here. There's no immediate threat to me. I'm playing back. Now, if I move forward, then I want to get elevated because I know they have a Junkrat. I know they have a Roadhog. Of course, they haven't made this. Just smashed my team. Nothing really I could have done about that. Okay, I'm backing up here. This is what I want to be doing. And I can still drop down damage here while I'm backing up. This is all fine. This is all good and dandy. I want to use my amp a little bit more efficiently than that. Someone needed my healing. I waited like a good second and a half. I want to use my amp a little bit more efficiently than that. That is the same with practice. And that was an amazing Mei wall. So pretty much as I went to press my ult, Mei's wall just jumped in my face. I'm like, god damn it. So she blocked my ult I think 2 members of my team didn't get my ult because of that Mei wall. If I was elevated on that bus, I would have gotten a more effective ult. That's another reason to be elevated. Again, I'm sacrificing elevation so I can do damage, but when I'm looking for those ults, I need to stop doing that. I need to look for a good ult. All right, there we go. I saw someone needed hurt. Was hurt. There we go. I got a good heal on him. And now I'm just going to stay on the payload. Do my job. Try to push for the win. This is good. And someone, what was that? Reaper tried to push me off, but no. I'm just going to use the payload as line of sight. So, I mean, I do my job a lot. It's just these minor mistakes, like, especially since I played solo queue, they really, really, really add up. Sometimes these mistakes are the difference between winning and losing. You're not going to be able to play, even if I played perfectly every game, I wouldn't be able to carry every game. But there's a lot of games where I don't play perfectly that I could have carried had I made fewer mistakes. And that's why we're starting this self-improvement series. And we're not trying to bash myself. We're just trying to point out what I did wrong, and also what I can do better next time. And it seems like I'm coming really, I'm like calling myself an idiot. Just so I can remember. It's just so I can remember, like, don't do that. Don't do that. All right, so I'm doing my work. I need to amp. Okay, I'm missing little opportunities to amp here. I guess I didn't need that. I just didn't absolutely need to amp. Someone was hurt. I could have amped, but I take it or leave it. I didn't need to. It wasn't required. They could have used the amp maybe, but it wasn't required. All right, so I'm doing pretty good here. Just staying back. Trying to balance between staying on a line of sight and being elevated, because there is a Junkrat who throws bombs on the ground, and there is. But there's also like a Roadhog. I don't want to be in his line of sight. So it's like double whammy. Like, where do I be? There we go. So this was actually a pretty good ult, actually. You guys can hear it, but there's a Roadhog and no, a Junkrat ultimate. And what I've learned to do for Junkrat ultimates is I've learned to try to time it with my ears to see when it's right next to me and then ult so I can get it at the last second. So, I mean, I do well. But we definitely could have won this game faster had I played better. And then I don't think I make any major mistakes after this point. Yeah. So just that early on was when I made those really big mistakes of getting those subpar ultimates, and then we win the game. So that was my first self-improvement game. Self-improvement also involves pointing out what I do well. So I'll point out what I do well. That helps me. It helps me reinforce good habits, and then pointing out what I do poorly so I can stop making those same mistakes and learn from them, and then see what I should do in the future in order to improve my game. So thanks for watching. This has been Professor Ganymede. Class dismissed.